Orailith, thank you so much for the host.
What's going on, guys?
It was a hard. I was just like, boom, live.
Hey, look, I was going to be professional, Jeff.
No
What's
fade
going
out.
on, guys? Welcome to the For the Chivo E3 Predictions Powwow. It's called Powwow, Jeff.
No,
With me, I have MattyC.
Ya boy.
And also, Orailith, a.k.a. Baby Shark.
Orailith.
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 I'm Killerfox. I guess I'm the host. We got a lot to talk about today.
Whole lot.
He
So-
didn't notice.
Huh?
He didn't
No,
notice.
he So, we got a lot to talk about today. It is Saturday. And that was Jeff, by the way. Jeff is here.
Where's the unicorn head?
Be very,
I feel like this camera's about to break.
very.
I told him he
so
needed to wear the
Okay, well,
unicorn
anyways.
head.
So, it's Saturday. Tomorrow, we got the Microsoft press conference happening. Some pretty exciting stuff. We had Google Stadia give a press conference just a couple days ago.
Yes.
Big talk. We'll get to that a little bit later in the podcast. However, first, let's just kind of talk about what games we've been playing.
Yeah. Well, you had mentioned to me how awesome Division 2 was, and I hadn't picked it up yet, and I did, and it's great. The first game, so basically this game is like a very, very refined version of the first game.
Yep.
Like, I liked the first game, but I got really bored by myself.
That's how I feel.
I'm still getting bored in the second one by myself, but I feel like they've done stuff a whole lot better in the
Yeah.
second one than they did the first
Like
one.
I said, it's very refined. I mean, I'm
don't like some of the stuff though.
I'm not too far into it, but I'm pretty addicted right now.
Remind me, I'm just over here trying to figure out why this thing doesn't work. Oh, now it works.
Oh.
It was working. It really
Oh.
This
went.
thing.
It's
It
too
went
far
psycho.
away.
Oh. But yeah, that's fun. I tried Rage 2, and then
Yeah, Rage.
Excuse me.
it's interesting. Like the first game was fun, but everybody wanted more. Obviously, it didn't have a great story, and it
I
wasn't
was
very
gonna say,
big.
Was it fun though?
It was okay.
It was very okay.
It was okay. It was good for like $20.
Yes. My issue with Rage 2, okay? I feel like that game would have benefited if it was just a linear game.
Yeah.
Because, especially with Rage 2, because I did actually play this earlier, the gunplay feels amazing.
It's good.
You're breathing so heavy into that mic.
Where's the leak, ma'am?
You gotta pull it down below your mouth, not like.
So, anyway, the gunplay feels amazing. The kinetic
no, it's
feel of
great.
jumping and like just shooting people.
I know,
it
like
feels great.
I love going through the bandit camps and like dodging people and
However, when you get done with that,
Wait, are we still talking about Rage now,
2.
or
yes.
okay?
we're just talking about
Rage
games we
2.
played. That's
I know. Just when you said like bandit camps and shooting and dodging, all of a sudden I thought we went back to Division
There's
2.
bandit camps and everything.
no, but no, like shooting everybody feels great.
Yeah.
However, when you're done with that, then you have to drive,
The world's very empty.
and it's very empty. I get that it's supposed to be because it's a post-apocalyptic game.
sure.
However,
but-
I played games like Mad Max and stuff like that, and that
Yes.
felt amazing.
yes.
And it's made by
Which
Avalanche, which
very,
helped with that
very,
game.
very underrated game. Like everybody, all the critics just hated on Mad Max. It's a great game.
Yep.
I really like that game. It
With
was
Rage
fun.
2, though,
I haven't played it myself, but I have seen people play it, and it does look like a pretty good game.
it's a real fun game. Like, the only problem is with Rage 2, that world isn't fun.
No, it's not.
It's like you're just getting to point A to point B just to shoot things.
And they only have like 5 or 6 different objective things to do. Like
And the
you've got
fast
your
travel
camps,
sucks.
you've got your big giant turrets that are guarding like this spot. There's not much to do. It's just weird. It's weird.
It's very weirdly designed.
Yeah.
The menus are cumbersome and just kind of obnoxious.
The cars suck.
They do.
They're
They do.
terrible.
It's really weird because it has like a crap. What's that show called with the talking car? No, not the cars. With
Wow.
you know, the one dude,
That narrows it down.
not Ghost Rider. Ghost
Oh, Knight Rider?
Knight Rider.
Kit?
Kit. It's like because
Oh, 'cause your car-
the car talks. It's like, be safe out there, and I'm like, what?
You just like you get out of your car and you like step away really slowly. It's like be safe out there, and you're like,
I didn't know the car talked for the first time. I'm like,
yeah.
what? Okay.
I
that's
thought it
cool to
was
know.
like somebody in my radio piece or whatever chatting with me. So yeah, that's
It's not a game- like-
It's
it's a game that I just feel like open world game. Like we don't need this many open world.
that's a whole other topic for another day. But
I
it's such
like
an
open world games
oversaturation.
to an extent.
Exactly, to an extent, but when it feels like it's just being forced upon and they're not even
Yeah.
trying
Which-
to like flesh it out to where like literally the gunplay feels amazing. If there was a 10-hour campaign of just the gunplay in Rage,
It's like
it would have been great.
yeah, it's like people are developing games these days, like they're just making it open world or sandbox
Just for the
to
sake of it.
For the sake of it, just
to say that
have an open world.
it's 20 hours.
I actually like some of the older open world games better than the newer ones.
Yeah, because
'Cause
I mean
there's
they
stuff to
actually
do.
Yeah.
they actually cared about the
they
open
built
world.
they built around the size of the map. They're like, this is how much we have to work with. What can we do with it? Which is why Spider-Man is so great.
Yes.
Still want to play that game.
Oh, it's so
It's a
good.
really great
It's so good.
What have you been playing?
Current games would be Let's see. If we're going for a newer game, I've been playing Dauntless.
Okay.
I got into the first main town in that game and stopped playing
There
because
is
the frame
only
rate.
one town.
So
Yeah,
okay,
this is
so
only
that's
one
the
town.
one town. I played it. I think a couple days after they released it, and it needed update. I got into town and the frame rate dropped to 10.
Did you play the beta, or have you played it since they re-released it and made it public? Because it just became public
I just
2
started
weeks
playing
ago.
it 2 weeks ago.
Okay, so you played it off of once it started being an Epic game.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
when they first put it out, it was about a year ago.
Okay.
And they put it out as an early access beta game, where they were trying to flush out all of the issues.
Okay. Okay.
Now they keep coming out with updates. Like
Yeah.
I went on yesterday and they'd updated half the weapons in the game
There
to
was an
actually have
update.
a
I didn't
new
play it,
texture.
but okay. So is it an MMO kind of?
It's kind of like a
thing?
monster.
It's like
Hunter
a-
game-ish.
Cheap. It's a simpler Monster Hunter
Yeah.
game.
Okay, I can get behind that.
No, it was actually pretty fun. I played a little bit of it. I don't have time.
I
don't
like
need
it, and there is a lot of
real stuff.
grinding. There is a lot
Yeah,
of
there's
grinding.
a lot of grinding, and that's the
Okay.
thing. I can only dedicate myself to.
I'm hoping they add more to it, and it looks like they are. But currently, it's a rather empty game. I guess is the best way to put it.
Okay.
Since the beta, they've added a new weapon, and they've added a couple more levels of monsters.
Okay.
But it's there haven't been any new story missions than what was in the beta. So I'm hoping they keep going with that.
Okay. Ooh, side note, indie games. I've been really, really getting deep into indie games now, especially on Switch.
Which is the indie.
They're just
system.
ruling the indie game right now. There's a game that I got. It's called Katana Zero.
I've been playing that.
It's great. So
It's like Hotline Miami.
It's like Hotline Miami,
But
but
with
it's a
katanas.
side scroller, and basically you go through. They put you in one room per level, and you essentially it's like this John Wick samurai 16-bit game with all these awesome neon colors, and you have to try and figure out how you can kill everybody in the room with one. It's like a one take scene, one scene in a movie, and you have to go through and kill everybody in one
There's
hit.
like a timer.
Yeah, there's a timer on it. It's super cool.
So here's one question. I feel like I should know this, but I don't. What classifies an indie game?
That's the
A
thing.
game that it's
That's
a
the
game
thing.
that's not from any of the big developers
AAA
out
game.
there.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's like one of the out of big company games.
Yeah, like
The
the
also has a budget over $1 million.
Okay.
yeah.
But that's the thing, though. Indies become so disjointed anymore. Even AAA publishers are publishing indie games.
They're like, yeah,
That's
we're,
the thing.
we're indie
That's
now.
what always
Yeah.
threw me off. Is I see something from that's labeled an indie game, on Steam or something like that, which I used to think were the smaller games, and then
sometimes they're better
all of
than
a
the
sudden
AAA
it
games
says
anymore.
it has some big name attached to it, which made me not quite sure what it
Yeah,
was really
like-
supposed to be.
Because EA has a couple things to where it's that Yarn game, Unraveled.
Unraveled.
Unraveled. That's an indie game, but it's published by EA.
I was about to say Tangled. No,
I was about to say Tangled or Yarny.
Yarny.
Actually, that's the character's name.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yarny.
Yeah,
I've actually
Yarny.
never played Unraveled.
That was actually pretty. That was pretty good. But yeah, let's get back to our actual thing now here. E3.
the meat of the podcast.
E3. Google just went earlier, technically, which is exciting because
Didn't actually see it.
you didn't see it.
No, I didn't.
You haven't seen it.
I don't know anything about it other than
Okay.
what I've heard from hanging out here.
Yeah, because we were talking about this earlier. Well, Google already kind of announced their Google Stadia, which, for those that don't know, is basically cloud streaming games, which is amazing.
It's really cool. It's really risky.
It's something that I've always wanted, is just to be able to take games anywhere I want it.
for sure.
Okay, cool. I'm at home, just chilling, playing, The Division 2 or Destiny 2. And, oh, man, Jeff's calling me over here to do a podcast. Crap. Now I can't play my Destiny 2. I got to get raid ready. Here, let me just hop on my tablet, load my game up here, and then I can just play the Division 2 while or
Exactly.
Destiny 2.
Why did I have to be your example?
Because you are the stealer of fun.
Full crap! I'm a bringer of fun. You fight me.
But no, Google Stadia, it's pretty interesting. They just they had a Thursday conference like direct kind of thing, like Nintendo almost. It's called like Google Connect. Is that what it was?
Something
Anyways,
like that.
something like that. It's basically like a direct like Nintendo does, and they just kind of like gave some bullet points. They talked about like their internet requirements, which was actually really surprising.
Yeah.
So
Still sketches me out. I'm still
Not-
optimistic.
like actually, I'm more like assured that this is actually going to be
It
decent.
looks, yeah.
Because you got so they're talking about you can do 4K streaming, 60 frames a second with HDR and all that good stuff, you know, like Xbox X and all that stuff like they're doing now. However, it's all streaming. You don't have a console. You have
Right.
Google Chromecast on your TV. Boom, you can have it. To run that in 4K, it's only 35 megabytes per second down, which isn't that much.
No.
Like-
Unless you have AT&T.
Or that. I mean, that's
Womp. Womp.
but that's really not that
Have you
bad.
No, for anything else. But have you
Yeah.
ever seen AT&T
Yeah,
prices?
I've seen-
You want that, and you're going to be forking out $200 a month.
However, you know, if you're running in AT&T, you can do the cool 720p,
Uh-huh.
10 megabytes,
Yep.
which that's not bad for the minimum requirements.
No.
I need to see that. I need to test that. I need to see that in action.
720 is
If it
actually
works.
Let me interject
Decent.
on that too. People don't understand that there's more involved than just downspeed.
Yeah.
What
There's
about
up-
ping latency?
Yeah.
And that goes to his point with AT&T. It's DSL. That latency, that ping is garbage.
For sure.
So you're going to be waiting like half a second to see your game response.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't, like, you just won't be able to play shooters
No,
or anything for that.
Like-
just anything.
I'm excited. I'm trying not to be too skeptical about it, just because this is a step in the direction that I feel like gaming is going to be going.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like,
I mean, look at what Microsoft.
there's no console.
Right, like look at what Microsoft did. They came out with a completely digital console. They're headed towards,
Talk about that one.
you know.
Actually, let's talk about that one right now.
Okay.
That console sucks.
Does
What console?
The sad edition.
the Xbox sad?
The Xbox sad. It's
I
literally
don't
initialed
actually-
is sad.
Is it really?
Yeah. Yes.
I haven't heard
Xbox
of
One
this.
S, all digital edition.
Oh my gosh.
That's SAID.
Editions on the sad, like the sad edition.
The E
The
is
sad
silent.
edition.
The E is silent.
It's the sad edition.
It's the sad edition. That's
But
funny.
It's more expensive than the S.
I saw that. It's
like
why?
they should have cut that to like if they came out because Google. Let's go back to Google real quick. They announced their bundle Premier like Founders Pass, which is kind of like giving people that don't really know too much about like streaming things and really want a console kind of thing behind them, more of a tangible piece of physical like
Right.
thing to like, oh, I need this. It's $149.99,
Yeah.
and you get the Chromecast 4K like stick thing.
Yeah.
For the TV.
It's like a little
Oh, so it
flash
comes
drive.
with that?
Yeah, it'll come with that. So you got your console right there. Then you have the controller. 3 months of the Premiere Pro, not Premiere Pro, sorry, the Google Stadia Pro,
Yeah.
and then you got another 3 for a friend for $149.
That's not bad.
And you get Destiny 2
Okay, I
with
didn't
the
see
new
that.
expansion.
Yes.
With the new expansion,
I need to know where I would go for this.
it is online right now. I'm pretty sure, and that this leads into what Microsoft is about to do. Microsoft goes tomorrow And I was literally talking about this earlier. They already been kind of like hinting at and talking about their xCloud initiative.
Yes.
Which is basically kind of similar to what Google just revealed. Now, what I'm hoping for is Xbox to stream, like when it come out swinging, talking about their xCloud and, hey, if you have any game on Xbox, you can play it wherever you want.
Right.
Don't worry, we're just basically like Google Stadia. However, you can have your console at home and be able to play no matter what anyway.
I'm trying to be subtle. It's not
That was
working.
not
It's okay.
subtle at all.
It's
Jeff.
okay.
All I can-
You looked at me and smiled and then did it.
All I can do is just hear. I had to fix it. It was bothering me.
Okay, well,
So
Xbox.
Yeah.
So-
Xbox.
So yeah,
Xbox.
I want them to come out swinging and reassure me that they're doing basically just like what Google Stadia is doing, because I have a lot of Xbox games now. Like, I've moved myself away from PlayStation into the Xbox camp because I believe in Microsoft with their pro forward consumer friendly like focus now.
Yeah.
And I want more of that. I want them to come out saying, don't worry, we're just like Google Stadia. However, you can keep your console no matter what and have all your games playing wherever you want.
Right. Yeah. I mean, they're probably still gonna have like a disc-based console.
I'm not saying that they won't.
Yeah,
I
don't see
want
them
them to say
eliminating
that,
but
because if they don't say that, Google Stadia is sounding more appealing to me because there's no console, technically,
yeah,
and you can just take it wherever you want. Sure, yeah, I don't have a Google phone right now, but from what they said, though, they said tablets. They didn't
Right.
say
They'll-
what kind of tablets.
they'll make it. You know what would be stupid if they come out and they're like, all right, it's gonna be available on iOS first. Android, we don't know. That's gonna
That would
be
be
terrible.
hilarious. Oh my!
Because I know
you
Nintendo
need
did
it-
that when they first got into the mobile game. They released stuff on iOS first.
So you need a tablet to be able to do that?
No, you can have a tablet too. So basically, you can stream on the TV with your Chromecast. You can do using tablets, a laptop, a tablet like this, a crappy laptop, any device that can open a Chrome browser. You can play these games.
Okay.
It's you don't need a console. Like, you can just go to, like, it'll be like Google Stadia or whatever on their Chrome browser and just be like, oh, hey, look, the new Assassin's Creed. Here, let me just buy it real quick and play it. And,
Because I have
boom.
a laptop, but I don't have a tablet, so I didn't know if it needed.
Right,
No,
so you
tablet.
can
no,
do it
no.
on whatever.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah,
You don't
that's the
install.
beauty of it. Really,
That's
you
something
stream, you don't
yeah.
download. But
There's no updates. It updates for you. So, I mean, I can't tell you how many times, Matt, I try to load up Destiny 2 or Division 2. Boom! It has to do an update. You can't play online right now. And it's 20 gigs.
Yeah, it's really bad.
So it's like,
the-
okay, cool. I'm like, I have a good internet, but geez, okay, I'm not playing this game for a while.
yeah, there was like a 5 gig update for Destiny yesterday.
Yeah.
Remember Spyro?
Or the launch day one updates. Those are the worst.
They are the worst.
They're so stupid.
Spyro.
Spyro.
Rant time.
That was bullcrap. 20. Oh my god. How many gigs was in that?
It was a lot of gigs.
It was over 100 gigs. I spent 2 days downloading that crap. I'm sorry. I needed to interject in this
days.
garbage.
It was like
So,
a
yes.
20-hour download.
You won't have to worry about downloading games no more. Thank you for reminding me about that, Jeff, because I did kind of I didn't really I had that on my other phone.
Yeah,
But-
yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, no downloads, no updates. You just, oh, here's this game? Cool, let me play it. I don't have to worry about sitting here forever to download or play the game. I just play the game. I'm watching
I
a
spit
YouTube
on the
video.
lens.
And nobody wants to look up your nose.
Everyone, don't look at my belly. I'm wiping off the lens.
I'm watching a YouTube video because this is what's cool too with Google Stadia is it's synced with YouTube.
Yo,
So-
yeah.
Yeah. So
I
if
saw
you're
that.
watching somebody that's playing like Destiny or Division or whatever, and you don't have that game, it just be like, oh hey, do you want to try this game real quick because they have trials or something like that, and you just here, let me try it real quick. Boom, you're playing it
Right.
right away. You're not downloading it. You're just like, oh here, let me try this game real quick, and you start playing. That's amazing for anybody that doesn't even have a console right now.
So back in the early 2000s, we thought gaming was going to be like all like virtual reality, and that's what we were going towards. Which
No,
it
it's
has
all
happened.
digital.
It's all going digital and cloud based.
Yes.
That's where the future.
That's
of gaming
amazing.
is.
Like that introduces so many more people to play games.
Yeah.
They don't have to worry about dropping a $500 on a console. It's just, oh, hey, you're talking to like I was talking to my coworker at work about like Borderlands because he was a big Borderlands fan. But he doesn't have an Xbox One or PlayStation 4 right now or a PC to play it. And they just talked about this, and I'm like, yo, Stadia's doing this like Google like this streaming thing where you don't need a console. You can just buy the game.
But
Right.
that's why stuff like clients on the PC and Steam, it's nothing against consoles, but once you have a PC, you just have to keep your PC up to date. Like if maybe your graphics card doesn't work with the newest game or something like that. But it's all off Steam. You don't need to go out and buy another like $800 console. That's how much the PS4 was when it was first released, right? $800.
No.
that was the PS3. They announced it at like $600 or
It was
$700.
$600.
Yeah,
But either way,
$600.
so you don't have to go out and buy like an entirely new console. It's all cloud based. It's
Yeah.
all just you get it
Right.
offline.
Yeah, but like it makes Google Stadia is even better than PC at this point because
Oh, I'm
it's-
agreeing with you.
Oh
It's
no, I'm
that
just saying like
it's all
it has
coming
me
offline.
excited because it's all online and it's like
It's
you
not
don't
like
have to
you're
worry.
gonna have to go out and buy a
Yeah.
new system.
Yeah, you don't
do
have to buy a new system. You don't have to update graphics cards anymore. It's literally the best looking the game can be, just streamable.
Right. It's all there. Ayo.
Real quick, just so for our PG-13 viewers, Orailith,
Oh, that's not a beer.
what are you drinking there?
it. Oh,
Want to show it to the camera?
this is birch beer. It's just a pop. I'm not actually getting drunk on stream.
Why not?
And yeah, this isn't a,
This
a
isn't,
beer
uh,
either. This is
that's
a
not-
Dr.
Thi-
Pepper.
this is
That's not a Budweiser.
That's not a
Miller
Budweiser
Lite.
because I know when you had it zoomed out, it kind of looked
This-
like it a little
Yeah,
bit.
this isn't.
I don't even know.
I
what
didn't even think
Budweiser
about
looks
that.
like.
We're not getting lit up in here, okay?
This isn't Rooster Teeth off topic with Jeff.
Right.
No, this is our version of
With
getting
Michael.
drunk. We're getting a sugar
Like,
We're
rush
getting sugar
instead.
rushed.
We're getting yeah.
What you got there?
So this is before we like get into anything else. This was so funny. So I found this on Reddit while I was at work earlier. It's E3 bingo, and it's all these
Oh,
things
I heard about
like
that.
all these cliches and stupid things that happen at E3, and you can play
Killerfox.
bingo. So I'm just gonna go through this list, and we can kind of like predict what might happen. So. First off, man seen crying in audience after game announcement.
That's going to be me when they announce something that I'm about to talk about later.
Oh, there's plenty. There's plenty that I want them to announce, and all three of them that I want things.
I feel like this should have been up, like, on the screen while we're talking about the predictions. Like, just checking which ones that we're about to bring up randomly.
Oh yeah. What else
But-
we got here? Unnecessary mobile version of a famous gaming franchise
Ooh, Diablo.
already happened. What? You
I
guys
know.
don't all have cell phones?
There's going to be a Dead by Daylight mobile game.
Oh my gosh, probably.
I could
No, there
totally
is, actually.
see that.
Live
It all
gameplay
started with
demo.
Diablo, though.
It did.
Wait, what?
Live gameplay demo really isn't live.
Anthem, shout out.
Shout out to Anthem. Just
Burned by that.
this one's funny, and I can no, I can almost see this happening. Did they discontinue like making games on the Wii?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
Because last year, do you remember Just Dance?
Yeah.
They announced it for the
Oh,
Wii.
yeah, it was on the Wii.
Yeah.
Just Dance
forgot
2020
about
is
that.
real, and it's coming out for the Wii.
I forgot about that.
Technical glitch during press conference. Probably.
Oh,
that's
that's guaranteed.
That's guaranteed. That's
PlayStation was
guaranteed.
awful last year.
Oh my gosh, yeah. This one just says one more thing.
You're gonna get a lot of that.
A lot
Just
of
one
that.
more thing.
Presenter says world premiere.
That's the Game
That's
Awards.
that's a given.
That's the Game Awards.
The theater lights stay off for an uncomfortable amount of time.
Yes,
You know that's true.
that's
It's
true.
true. It's so true.
It's true.
They start, hold on,
And they start the trailer. They start the trailer right when they dim the lights.
Yeah.
So it's like when they release a day one presentation with the camera recording the screen and not an actual video.
Oh, yeah.
That first like 3 seconds, it's like, why was that necessary?
Yeah.
Just start at the beginning of the trailer. You didn't have to show the awkward 5 to 10 seconds of silence and black room.
Pause for applause. ... No applause follows.
There was a couple at E3.
There was a few,
Microsoft's
like-
before.
Like we're bringing, and this goes hand in hand with the mobile of a famous gaming franchise. Command and Conquer is back for mobile. Oh,
They basically already have that many times over.
yeah. What's that? Remake of a game you never knew you wanted a remake of is announced.
I've got a few.
I know one that's
Yes.
coming actually already.
Yes. Influencer guest comes on stage, which is probably like some YouTuber or something like that. That's probably what that means.
It's gonna be me.
Phil's what?
you make these.
No,
Oh,
no,
it's a
I
thing,
found it
okay.
on Reddit earlier at work. But they're all true.
It's so true. It's
Phil's-
hitting home.
This one's funny. Phil Spencer announces a new game via a T-shirt
Yep.
under his blazer.
Yep. I mean, he does that though.
He does that all the time. He'll change into like 4 different
I mean, like
T-shirts.
the Battletoads thing, like forever.
Battletoads, some shirt with.
I'm
a
gonna freak out if,
hippo
it's, like,
on
if
it,
he's wearing a perfect dark shirt.
Yeah, seriously. Oh,
That was a little hint of one of my things.
Microsoft positively, unashamedly revels in Sony not being at E3. They will too. They're gonna take advantage of that. They're gonna be like, yeah, Sony's not here this year.
Oh, please, let's get to our E3 talk.
Sony drops new trailers during E3 anyway, and that smugness is shattered. Some band or other opens the show, delaying all that delicious game news. Animal Crossing hogs the Nintendo Direct and gets a release date, just like Smash Ultimate did last year. I can actually see that happening because everybody wants to hear about Animal Crossing now. This game will have no loot boxes. That's going to be big at E3. I guarantee it. They're going to say loot box like 50 times. Developer makes political comment. Nobody knows what to say next.
Politics should not be brought up during E3.
No. Hashtag we're going back to our roots. Nintendo's Doug Bowser.
That'll be Microsoft
Yeah, we're going back to our roots.
with
That's-
Halo.
Oh yeah, that's
it's
gonna.
Halo.
Halo's
happen.
gonna say that like multiple times.
Oh yeah.
Well, they need to at this point if they're going to survive.
Oh yeah. Nintendo's Doug Bowser refuses to make a joke about his name. Bethesda makes us all learn the lyrics to another country song.
Oh, yeah.
Take me home. Todd Howard. Just Todd Howard.
Todd Howard.
Todd Howard.
Not Howard.
If he comes out
He's gonna come out in
on
a
stage
blazer.
this year, he has to apologize for so much. Beta launches immediately after the conference ends. And last but not least, Peggle 3!
Peggle 3, man.
Peggle.
I
That
don't
was
think
a
he knows
really,
what Peggle
really
is.
awkward. I think it was like
It was like a Bejeweled game.
3 or 4 years ago.
Bejeweled pinball.
Who does that? Ubisoft or
It's like PopCap or something.
Who-
like that.
yeah.
PopCap.
But I think they came out on like EA stage or something.
It was
And
EA.
this
It's published by
dude
EA.
was like just casually talking about some game, and he was like, "Okay, but first, Peggle," and then he like runs off stage. So, but yeah, I predict that most of that is going to happen.
Okay.
So,
So you want to talk some predictions?
on to the predictions and the press conferences. What are we starting with?
Okay,
Microsoft?
we're gonna start big. We're gonna start with Microsoft since we already talked about a big name that already went. Google already went. We're done talking about Google
Sure.
for now. We're gonna talk about Microsoft because that's next up for press conferences.
Yeah.
Predictions. I have a couple big ones. Okay, so coming in, this is Microsoft's time to shine.
You got any, Orailith?
What?
You got any?
Predictions?
He's probably
No.
gonna just piggyback off our stuff.
You're over here.
So,
You're over here all here real quiet.
I looked up on Wikipedia like a list of stuff they're announcing on E3.
So
Good.
Microsoft's
That's how much effort we put into our stream.
press conference is over 2 hours.
Okay.
Actually, no, sorry. It's 2 hours, probably exact. I
Sure.
misread that. My bad. But anyways,
2 hours.
it's still 2
1
hours,
minute.
they're the big dog now at E3 right now.
Yeah, like I said, they're just gonna revel
yes,
in Sony not being there.
Nintendo is there, but are they really, though? They're just doing a direct.
Once they move to the direct end.
Yeah, they're just doing a direct. They're going to talk about, Mario, like Maker 2, probably maybe a couple cool new announcements. We'll get
Yeah.
to that. But Microsoft's time to shine is now. They don't have any competition right now. So they've already been saying that they're going big. They're going big. It's going to be, there's 14 Xbox Studio games that they're going to be showing off. And they're going to be talking about other, their xCloud streaming service systems. They're going to be talking about it.
Yeah, and they did say
and they
like
need to.
3 big new IPs that they're announcing.
Well, 14.
Well, 14.
It's their 14 Xbox game studios that they've acquired.
And that's like from their new
Yes.
studio that they
Their new
built.
studios that they talked about last year.
Okay.
And I guess they've already got stuff to show, which is crazy. Like, it makes me think, how long have they been, working on something,
Yeah, that's the
But
real
it's
question.
the weird thing is with Xbox Game Studios, okay? They have they acquired Obsidian. Obsidian's doing that Outer Worlds game,
Yes.
which is multi-platform.
Mm-hmm.
However, it's not published by Xbox, but they own them.
Yeah.
So I'm curious if that's going to be something that they're going to include at the Xbox conference. So that's one of the 13. But 14 new Xbox Studio games, exclusive games, is crazy. Especially for a system that really hasn't had anything other than Halo. Obviously, Halo, Gears is going to be that. One of those. Uh-oh. The screen went black.
Oh no.
My screen went black!
Did it
Battery
die?
died.
Yes. I don't need it.
We don't.
So,
Whatever.
I have my phone.
you have your phone? I have my phone too, but it's fine.
Put your phone.
I'm going to put my phone right.
Put your phone right there and pretend you're still on
Yeah, I'm gonna still do it. No one saw this, okay? No one saw this, okay? So, anyways, I won't Google this right now. Xbox has something big to show.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna go big. They already teased that they invited. Hold on. They invited something of sorts that is like game changing. So, to piggyback off your when you're talking about Sony not being there,
Yeah.
I think Sony's gonna be there. I'm putting this on the record right now. I feel like Sony is going to be there, and they're gonna show up at some point during Microsoft's conference and talk about, hey, we know we've been strict in the past. We're breaking down the barriers.
You know what? This is believable.
Hold on.
This is
Yes.
This is believable.
Yeah, you're talking about they're going to show up on stage with Xbox and they're going to talk about how they're working together.
Working together.
Yeah.
Because they did say like a month ago that
they're
hey,
sharing the
we're
service.
working together now.
Is
that they're
legal?
sharing the xCloud service for streaming.
Yeah.
So this is a step in the right direction. I feel like they're gonna blow everybody's mind when the I forgot what the dude's name is. The face of Sony right now. He's going to come
Yeah,
up on stage with Phil Spencer, and they're going to talk about that they're planning on working together to bring more games to have like cross-play, cross-progression, cross-friends lists, and
Yeah.
whatnot, and working on that. Yes, it's not going to be right now.
You know, it's
but they are working on it. They're not going to be how Sony has been lately, where it's no, we want our community to be isolated.
I
I know
like
it's
that's
through Epic, but that's kind of what Dauntless is doing right now. It seems like that's a step forward
Well-
because they have a shared friends list. I could friend somebody on Xbox and PS4,
yeah.
There's
and you can
systems in
play with
place.
all of them.
And to go to my theory more, Xbox, there was a leak about how they're going to talk about a new system update where it's going to kind of organize friends lists and usernames to make it more like Discord.
Okay.
Oh, I think I saw something.
You seen
about
that?
Yeah.
My favorite thing about this podcast so far is Eric keeps looking at me.
Well, I'm
like
looking at the camera.
No, you're not. You're looking eye contact with me.
But technically I'm looking
does
at
this
the
look
camera.
like? No, that. Okay, now he's looking away. I can't cut to it. Like
just
I went to
stare
cut to
awkwardly
the
into
camera.
his
I'm like,
eyes.
but he's staring at me, so it's really awkward. He keeps looking like he's staring at something behind the camera.
Just stare awkwardly into his eyes for a little while.
See, I'm gonna zoom real close into your eyes, like just right here. So yeah, prove to them that you're not staring at me.
Anyways,
go ahead.
So, yeah, to piggyback off of that, I feel like that's boosting it even more to where, their Xbox is going to be changing their way their friends lists and usernames work to where it's more kind of like Discord. And I was talking about this earlier, where I feel like this is an easy solution. Yeah, right now there's cross-play games, but you don't really, you got to go through either Epic or something like that, and you got to sync those accounts. What if they just use a unified app
Yeah.
for friends lists on Xbox and PlayStation?
And that's even
At first, I initially thought, what about Discord? Implement Discord into the chat, into the friends list.
No, that
for
would be
systems.
awesome.
Because it's the same thing. Xbox is kind of doing it.
Yeah. And if you remember, like a month or so ago, they even had a rumor floating around that with Microsoft working with Nintendo, that they were going to put
Yeah,
Games
that too.
Pass
Games
and
Pa-
Xbox Live on Switch.
xCloud.
xCloud.
That goes
xCloud,
that goes
yeah.
to xCloud. Like, I feel like Microsoft is about to blow everybody's mind tomorrow.
I think they've learned from all the mistakes they made this console generation.
Well, yeah, they started off weak.
yeah.
Okay, give me the one. You've heard it here first. They started off weak last gen. All right, I'll admit that because I was sad. I was actually excited. I was one of the few people that actually liked what they were talking about, but a lot of people hated it, so that's fine. This gen, though, they've been so consumer focused. Okay, Microsoft, come here, buddy. Microsoft
feel
is
left
going
out.
strong this gen. They're going to come out swinging, and Sony won't know what hit them. I'm on the Xbox hype train. Let's go.
Why is this like?
2020.
Why does that seem like such a? It looked like such a bro moment. It's just like get in here with this hype, guys.
It was a
Because
bro
you were
moment.
leaving me
I
out.
was hype.
All aboard
hype.
the hype
All
train.
on the hype train. I'm all Xbox this coming gen. You've heard it here, folks. Guys, first
They
folks.
are. Xbox is definitely
Like, they're
leading
going to come out swinging. They're going
with
to talk
this.
about their xCloud initiative. They're going to be like, hey, guess what? You can take your Xbox wherever you want. You got your Switch right here? Yeah, we're not going to make a portable system. Just use your Switch.
You know what would be hilarious is if they announced
that
like
would be cool.
one
if
of
you
the
could use your Switch.
Well, they've been they're putting Xbox Live on the Switch.
I didn't
Yeah.
hear about that.
Yes. This was like earlier this year they were talking about this. And like it kind of got swept under the rug because they didn't talk about it.
I'm even more
they're
excited
like
now.
maybe
So-
we shouldn't mention that yet.
Well, it was during the
Too late. It was mentioned.
the developers conference.
Oh yeah.
So they were kind of like they had to talk about it, but they just didn't acknowledge it through proper channels. But yeah, Xbox Live already has an API for the Switch, and they're talking about like Game Pass. or
Minecraft
xCloud.
already uses it.
Yeah, Minecraft uses it because I've
That's right.
had that.
Yeah.
I knew Minecraft was.
And
a
Cuphead
thing,
is
but-
on the Switch.
Also,
Yep.
Cuphead is coming to Teslas.
Yes, that too. But yeah, that's true, Jeff. I know you
That's
was
true.
confused.
I knew about that.
Okay.
yeah.
But no, Xbox doesn't need a portable system. They've got Switch, and apparently they're working really closely with Nintendo, which is insane.
Yeah.
Why not also work closely with Sony?
Because they have to be willing.
I know
Sony's been so
Sony has to be
reluctant.
willing, but guess what? Sony just announced that they were working with Microsoft not a couple weeks ago for their streaming service. They're working together
I'm
now.
going to make a strong prediction here.
Okay,
Strong
it.
prediction.
Do it.
And
that's all we do. We do strong predictions here.
and a lot of
Hype-
people might
hype
disagree with me.
Educated
A lot of people might
guesses.
disagree with me.
No, not educated.
I told you I get roped into this freaking stream. I knew it was going to happen. I think we're going to have sooner or later the ability to play Halo Master Chief Collection on the Switch.
Oh, that's a standard.
But it's
no,
basically
not
going to
an
be,
ability.
but not on the system.
No,
it's gonna be part of the
through
xCloud system.
No, that goes actually to what I was just talking about. Like,
Okay.
I feel like they're bringing Xbox Live, but they're also bringing xCloud to the Switch. Like I said, Microsoft doesn't need a portable system. They
No.
have Switch. They're going to put xCloud on the Switch. Hey, you log into your Xbox Live account. You can have your friends list combined with your Nintendo friends list because, let's be honest, Nintendo's service sucks.
It's just.
I haven't tried it.
It's
So,
just not.
Nintendo
great.
wants a partner that knows how
what
to
they're
work
doing.
their online service. And that's Xbox.
I have one more thing to comment about that, though.
Uh huh.
I need to shut up. I really do. Or get me a camera. I don't care. There's a
Jeff
problem with
Jeff
that.
Cam on the wall.
Bandwidth.
Yeah.
The Switch does not have high-end antennas in it. So the only way I
We'll
think,
get to that.
yeah, the only way I think that's going to happen, at least in the current gen of Switches, is the only way you're going to be able to
720p.
the only way you're going to potentially be able to play it in a stable environment
It's just through Wi-Fi.
is not wireless. You'll have to put it in the dock, and you have to have the Ethernet adapter because you may get the bandwidth, but wireless you will never get the latency
No.
unless you are running Wi-Fi 6, and that's not out yet.
Yeah.
I feel, yes, that's a strong point, which they should probably do that, but I feel like they won't do that, Jeff. I feel like what they're going to do is they're just going to be super bold and just say, guess what? You can play this wherever you want.
Today after the
Today.
conference.
No, not that. But no, they're going
No,
to
they
say,
just have a giant switch on stage that they pull well there during doing the conference.
let's just switch to this next show. No, but anyways,
Oh, he snapped his finger.
he did.
It's like those commercials for the cell phone
I'm trying to
with the
keep
big
us on topic.
orange switch.
Oh.
So, anyways, they're going to just announce it, and they're not going to do it what would be the sensible way. They're just going to say, "Hey, you can play your Xbox Game Pass or Xbox games through xCloud on the Switch wirelessly, guys, wherever you want, whenever you want, and play anywhere." Now, all aboard the hype train. All aboard the hype train. 2019, 2020. Mind freak.
I'm immensely uncomfortable.
Are you ready?
That was our goal.
The rest of this video is going to be.
It's going to be a face like this. And guess what? We're going hype. During E3 at Microsoft's conference, okay? The stage is going to go quiet and dark. All right?
Too long.
No. For just enough time to hear the ding, the goggles from Splinter Cell. That is coming back.
It's happening, boys. Let's go.
Can I get an amen?
Amen.
I never liked that game.
Amen.
Get out. Get out. You're not welcome. No more.
I'm gonna leave too. I didn't like it either.
You
Never got into it.
you stop
It's
manning
just
the
me and
mic.
you. It's just me and you.
Siphon
man.
Filter, as actually was mine.
Look, I want that game to come back.
Still great. Still great.
I want that game to come back too. However, I feel like that's going to happen this year.
It has
It's
to.
gonna be a thing.
It's so long overdue at this point. They're probably just waiting for the next consoles.
But yeah, I feel like that's going to be announced. I feel like a Perfect Dark game is going to be.
Yeah, because Zero was hot garbage.
No.
Well, when it was released, everybody was like, "This is mind blowing that this is happening."
It was an okay game for the time,
But
it
I
just
would
does
like
not age well.
a brand. Yeah, obviously, I would like a brand new one though.
But I feel like that's a perfect IP for Microsoft to feel like Sony, a full single player game, cool spy-esque.
so what if still?
What?
I thought you said spy. Like a cool spy game.
That's an ass.
I'm like, Webster.
We're just
You
dropping
you make
bombs.
this more inappropriate
I
than
know!
any of us.
We're just
I'm
dropping.
being professional over here, and I'm trying to keep us on topic, and you keep interjecting, saying that I'm saying words.
I'm
and looking at
ADD and
you.
someone gave me a mic.
Get
You
a
give
chair and
yourself a
come
mic.
sit here.
I didn't. It was your
Sit
idea.
down. There's a camera right there. I mean, there's a chair right there with a camera.
Uh,
This point, the Jeff cam.
You're the one who said you weren't going to be part of this podcast.
I'm trying. I'm trying so hard.
But
Anyway, so
I feel like that's a perfect spy-esque
Thank you.
game. Could be a full single player like narrative game that they need.
right. So what if they do this with Perfect Dark?
And they can have multiplayer, fine, whatever.
Sure, co-op,
They'll
multiplayer,
have
whatever. You
something.
want. What if they just go the whole Master Chief Collection route and just like remaster the first game?
They've done that though.
They've done that before. What if they
I
do
don't
both?
want- I just
what if they
don't
do a
want-
new one and the old
No,
one?
I want a new game.
Unnecessary-
I'm tired of all the remasters.
It's inevitable.
No, it's not. It
It's
needs
so
to
inevitable.
stop.
I agree with you. I'm just saying it's probably good. No,
Look,
it's-
if anything,
I don't see that happening.
if
But
anything, give us a remake,
sure.
not a remastered.
Well, yeah.
Give us a remake,
Full
a
ground up
reimagining. Because yes, it's been too long,
I think you'll hate that.
huh?
I think you'll hate that.
I don't care at this point. I want them to look. It's been too long. Okay, it's been too long since
agree.
there's
Been a
been a
while.
Perfect Dark game.
I agree.
I'm gonna throw this bottle at you. You're lucky there's a camera right there. But anyway,
Here, throw this.
it's
It hurts more.
it's been like forever since there's been a Perfect Dark game. Now, when I'm talking about a new Perfect Dark game,
I can't read lips.
I'm talking about a reboot.
Yeah.
I hope you guys know that. I'm talking about a reboot, not a
Full
sequel
on.
to
reboot.
Perfect Dark. Like, it's not going to continue the story of Perfect Dark Zero or Perfect Dark. It's just going to be actually probably be called Perfect Dark again.
Yeah.
And it's not a remastered or a remake. It's just a new game now. It'll
Yeah.
still have what's her face. I don't even know what her name
I thought
is.
you were asking for the
Joanna Dark.
Joanna Dark.
Joanna Dark.
That's right. It'll still have Joanna Dark, but it's just a new thing.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
A grittier,
Dark and gritty reboot.
dark and gritty reboot. I want a dark and gritty reboot.
Directed by Christopher Nolan.
Yes. And also, I'm gonna. You've heard it here first too. By the way, I'm throwing the predictions
Let's
out.
just throw
all right.
them out there.
Avengers game
Oh,
is a
Okay.
Microsoft exclusive.
Inevitable.
Xbox. You really think? Yeah, I don't see that happening.
No.
Xbox exclusive.
That's bold. And things like that have happened before, like how they did Tomb Raider.
Or
Wait.
Did you just say
say
Doom
Doom?
Raider?
I said Tomb Raider. I said Tomb Raider.
Can we get the most epic crossover ever called Doom Raider?
Oh, it's happening now. It has to happen now. Doom Raider. It has to. You can now get crossbows in
He
Doom.
said Doom Raider.
He said Doom Raider.
It has to happen now. Doom Raider.
Stop so trying to be professional.
There's nothing
This is
professional
hard.
about this.
This stream is not professional. Stop
Look,
trying.
welcome to my freaking world whenever I try to run streams. You're just dealing with the crap that I do.
You know what? I need a gummy after that.
You were saying about Doom Raider?
Tomb Raider.
That was a timed
Well, it was
exclusive.
released. The last one, the Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
That wasn't, though.
It wasn't Xbox exclusive when it came out.
No. It was everywhere. It was everywhere.
Wait. The first one?
No.
The
Shadow of
last
Tomb
one.
Raider. That was everywhere.
I thought it came out for.
No.
Okay.
Rise of the Tomb Raider did that. It was a year. It was a year gap. That's what they were
Yes.
doing. Year gaps.
Yes, that's right.
was a
Rise
year-
of the Tomb Raider.
That's the thing. I don't feel like this E3 Microsoft is going to do. There's no. I don't think they're going to do timed exclusives. Everybody's gotten on them about timed exclusives. I feel like when they're going to be announcing their games this year, it's their games.
Mm-hmm.
The games that they're making that makes you want to buy their system. They're going to come out swinging.
Oh yeah.
And
Hardcore.
I'm just hoping that it's not all multiplayer games.
Also,
I'm hoping that they
inevitable.
do have narrative single player games like Sony does.
Yeah, they had to have taken notes from Sony this generation. I mean, oh my goodness, the.
I mean, they got the
single-player
talent
stories.
now, though.
Yeah.
Like Microsoft has a pretty decent amount of like developers now for first party.
They got like people from Uncharted games.
Yeah, they got that.
They got,
their initiative studio, which
Didn't-
is basically the
Anyway, isn't Amy Henning like part of a studio over there now?
I think she's part of the initiative.
Yeah, she's part of the initiative.
But yeah, it's insane. I feel like they're just. I've lost my train of thought on it.
These are really good.
I should have gotten more of those.
You were gonna say something, so I can think about something.
Um,
My thing was back to the topic you had brought up originally that started this whole thing is
Okay.
the Avengers game.
Oh, thank you. That's what I was about to. You
I
guys
don't,
got me
I
off
don't
topic.
think that's going to be an exclusive.
Look, okay, back to what I was going to say though. Also, if you guys gave me a second before we went on this whole Doom Raider debacle, train derailment.
El Reno.
You guys got me like so
Wow.
frustrated and frazzled right now. So, okay, sure, Avengers won't be Xbox exclusive.
I mean, it's very possible. If they did
But-
that, everybody would hop on the Xbox train. I feel like.
But
Oh, they like double the amount of people buying Xboxes.
Oh yeah.
can we get? And I don't like it as I'm saying it. Never
Well,
mind.
it's out there. Say it. Say it.
Say it.
Is it? Say it. Is it Orailith? No.
Fantastic Four.
Fantastic. What, a Fantastic Four game?
Either a Fantastic Four game or an X-Men game.
I could see the X-Men game happening. Do you remember the older X-Men games that were on like GameCube and PS2, and
I enjoyed those games.
those were great.
They
They were
were
like
great.
the isometric type Ultimate Alliance type games. Those were fun. Those were fun games. I could see an X-Men game happening
But
more than the Fantastic
Stop
Four.
making fun of me then.
I mean, they got 2 hours.
They got 2 hours.
They
man.
got 2 hours.
They got 2 hours.
And okay, so let's actually dive deeper now.
I want.
Their new console.
I want to say one more thing.
Okay.
I feel like with them talking about all this new stuff, it would be smart if they didn't do this, but I think that they won't talk about any racing games at this show.
Well, they've already confirmed that Forza's not there.
okay, I didn't even see that.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, they're not working on a new Forza game, and I'm not even on this. And that I updated it more on the laptop. That's not working.
that's not working.
So
Oh, you goofed.
The thing about Forza, they use it to showcase something.
oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
for like tech.
Like a new feature
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
a new system. There's nothing out new. It's still 4K at 60
Yep.
is their biggest thing, so they're not going to come
And
out
it's
with a new one.
easy to show
Because
graphics with
nothing
those
looks
games.
prettier
Yeah.
than a Lamborghini driving in the sun.
Exactly.
You're freaking right.
It's
Like,
so great.
I'm honestly surprised there's not a new Forza game coming. But they've already said that they're not working on a new Forza game. Playground Studios is working on something.
Yeah. And what did they said something? They said something a couple days ago, about like we don't believe in this at all. I forget what they said. It was probably something about loot boxes or something to that nature.
Well,
But-
yeah, Playground Studios is not working on a new Horizon game, and Turn 10 is not working on Forza at the moment.
Okay.
So there's that. I mean, from what I was hearing, like from all the rumors, Playground Studios is working on an open world game. Now,
Of course they are.
the biggest rumor is that their work. Yes,
Fable.
I was going to say that, Jeff.
Sorry.
Jeez, you just ruined the flow.
Julio. Okay. Well, it's out there. Fable 4.
Fable that's
Fable
what they
4
were
is happening.
That's what they were going to work on. Jeez,
And it's going to be
they
already
ruined the lead up.
they
Jeff.
kind of like leaked it, details. It's going to be open world.
I
It's
knew
gonna
what
be,
I was talking about, Jeff. I was about to say Fable.
I wanted to ruin it for you.
Then get in the stream.
Get in the stream.
It's in the
Just get in the game.
Get EA Sports. Get in the stream.
Somebody grab him and pull him in.
No,
the
no,
stream.
no!
It's the
Don't you
Jeff
touch
cam.
the camera.
He's in the stream.
He's just now in the stream.
hiding in the corner eating gummies.
You guys, you guys like my electrical box? We just have a camera dedicated just for the electrical
Oh,
box.
it's so cool. We just got like 20
This
subscribers.
is a main switch. It's just would bad. Just
Oh my-
stream. Actually, the stream wouldn't cut because it's all on backup power.
That's
but
true.
Yeah.
So yeah, Fable. Like I was about to say, the biggest rumor is Playground Studios is working on a Fable remake.
Oh, yes.
Not Fable 4, a brand new Fable.
Yeah. That'd be good. That'd be good.
And it'd be next gen exclusive.
Fable remastered.
No, not
my
Fable
gosh.
remastered. They've done that.
Packaging
Twice.
it with the new game.
Fable remastered.
Fable remakes. And I like
Remastered 2.
From what they've
It's like
said.
your bingo chart, a remaster of a remastered game. that you
Nobody
didn't know
knew
you
they ever
needed.
wanted.
You know they're remaking Destroy All Humans.
Now,
Yeah.
now with
that-
Peggle DLC.
Oh my gosh.
THQ Nordic. Okay, let's just talk about them.
Oh,
for a
forgot
second.
Norded.
Those guys are just throwing games around.
They really are.
It's like, what was the first game?
I
They did.
know they're doing
Darksiders.
Darksiders.
Oh, SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom.
yeah.
They're remastering that game.
Weird. Literally what I said on that.
That was an
bingo
amazing
chart.
game, though.
Nobody asked for it, but we're all like, "Oh, sweet."
That was an amazing game. though.
SpongeBob, let's go. Get your party
I
started.
saw that. I'm like, what? And then, then they're doing
Darksiders
Genesis, and then they're doing a
Destroy All
Also
Humans.
bringing back in SpongeBob cut content.
What?
They're bringing cut
content?
content in the remastered
Oh
for
my-
Battle for Bikini Bottom.
I
Oh
didn't know
my
that.
Chivo
Yep.
stream. Oh my gosh, Chivo stream. It's
I
happening.
just
Doing it.
and
Oh,
then
they're really messing with Darksiders. Wow.
Yeah,
it's
an
like a
isometric
Diablo game.
Diablo
it's
game.
a top-down now.
it's like
Wow.
a Diablo loot game, but for Darksiders.
Yeah.
And then Destroy All Humans remake remaster.
I just saw the trailer for that on YouTube the other day, and I had to laugh because I remember playing that as a kid. It's like, I wouldn't even consider that being remastered. Spyro was one thing, Crash Bandicoot was one thing. Why Destroy All Humans?
Because it's great.
it has a cult following.
It does. I love Destroy All Humans. It's fun.
I played a little bit.
It's really
I do
fun.
love the game. It's
I
just-
like-
I mean, it's
I
like
don't think it needs a remaster. Just put it down on a new console, and I'm happy.
it's like all these other games anymore. Medieval's getting a remake.
I forgot about that one. I can't keep up
I'd
with
never
the remasters.
played that game and never cared to play that game,
Me
and I
neither.
probably won't play that game.
I know a
a
couple
pretty good
people who
game.
really like that game, but
Yeah,
I never
there's-
really got it
It's
into
a
it.
pretty good game.
Excuse me.
But yeah,
Not everybody can be Capcom like Resident Evil 2.
Resident Evil 3 remake.
Oh,
You've heard it here first.
We'll
That's
get
what's
to
happening.
that. Oh
Will we-
well, it would. Well, you
it's
know
during
what?
It's going to
You
be
know
during
what?
Microsoft's conference.
You know what? Do it. Resident Evil 3 at
Well,
that
it ha-
Microsoft briefing.
it
I don't
has
know
to
about
be.
3, but they do have.
No, they've
like,
already
lit-
kind of
oh.
said like it's like they've kind of hinted at they're going to be doing,
There was a Resident Evil thing.
and there's going to do they're working on. The rumors are they're working on a Resident Evil 3 remake and a Resident Evil 8, which is going to be following
yeah,
the story of what happened in Resident Evil 7, which is first person and whatnot.
yeah,
But then they're doing a remake of Resident Evil 3,
yeah.
which is my favorite Resident Evil.
I love
Screw Resident Evil 2.
2. Man,
Just no.
it's hard to choose
3.
for me.
3 was my Resident Evil.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
that was my Resident Evil growing up. I didn't care about your Leon and your Claire. My girl Jill was running from Nemesis.
That's
Nemesis
and rocket launchers
with rocket launchers,
miniguns
tentacles,
and tentacles and
and
miniguns
safe rooms
and-
were no more.
Yeah, jeez.
I'm gonna have to relive that nightmare all over again when it comes. The day after the announcement, you heard it here, folks.
Ooh, I don't see that happening.
I'm just being bold.
I
I
know.
don't care.
Beta after the conference.
A beta for a single player game.
Why not? Or a demo. A demo of a
It's
beta.
an ear-
Ooh, look, they're talking about one of Jeff's favorite games, Fortnite.
Shh. Get out.
We don't talk about the Fortnite here.
We don't talk about Fortnite here.
This is a representation of Jeff's head. Oh, hold on.
This is a representation of Jeff's head right now when he said Fortnite.
Whoops. But no, they have 2 hours to talk about these things, and Sony's not there this year. So all the big announcements that you would normally see at Sony is going to happen at Microsoft's. So we can talk about Capcom. What else is Capcom probably going to talk about?
Man, that's so like
Like that's the thing. That's where we need to talk about this right now because there's no other conference.
Yeah.
Yes, Ubisoft has their own conference.
yeah, sure. Like
And
EA,
Bethesda
Ubisoft,
does.
Bethesda, they have their conferences. They'll talk about their stuff.
And that's why I said, like, at Microsoft's, that's when there's just going to be a tease. And then Ubisoft's going to, go more in depth on it.
Yeah.
But it's just a tease.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Gosh, what else? As far as
chock full of
Microsoft.
them. Come on, you give some. I've been talking to them.
Well, I know they already did say that they are going to show like pre-alpha footage of gameplay of Halo Infinite. They kind of already said they're going to show something, or at least more than a trailer for the game. Which at this point, I don't know what it could be. We talked about it last year, like our post E3 podcast last year, about like what it could be, open world or whatever. I don't know at this point. I do see it being an open world game. I kind of do see it being an open world game where you have like these main hub cities that you can explore. I kind of see it going like Destiny, but I feel like they want it to be obviously like much bigger than Destiny. Where you can have your squads and everything, and gosh, what else for Microsoft?
I believe that Master Chief Collection coming to PC
Yes.
is rumored, and I am also predicting that the beta testing of Halo Reach is probably supposed to be releasing as soon as they announce it at E3.
Yes, that is almost 100% factual.
It's rumored because they did delay it. They were going to do it earlier, but they delayed it.
Yeah,
Jeff, just get on stream.
I think
No.
as much as
Running
people want it to happen, I'm only like half predicting this, but maybe a new IP from Rare or Banjo. A lot of people have been like, it's probably going to happen.
Banjo-Kazooie?
Oh yeah, new
They
Banjo.
I think they already announced a new game they're coming out with.
I think it leaked. I think a little tidbit of
Like
information
something about
leaked.
ukulele or something.
Oh, ukulele. There's a new ukulele.
There is a new
coming out.
ukulele, but it's a 2D platforming side scroller, which they're just like, you know what? We're just gonna play it safe with ukulele now. But yeah, a lot of people have.
But isn't that supposed to be like Banjo.
like Banjo. Well, it was supposed to be, but it wasn't nearly spiritual successor. Yeah, but it wasn't nearly as good as Banjo. Beyond that, I don't really.
So let's go back.
Those were the big things.
Let's go back to Capcom because I was just pulling up things. So I remembered what I wanted to talk about.
Dino Crisis.
Yes.
Dino Crisis.
I feel like that is a legit thing that they're bringing back.
I loved Dino Crisis. I want to see a remaster of Dino Crisis.
It's not going to be a remaster.
Well,
it's
a remake.
Yes.
Like they did with Resident Evil 2.
It's going to be a remake, and it's going to be scary.
Oh, well, I mean,
It's going to be creepy.
it's going to be awesome, yeah.
And also, now remember, Microsoft already has a lot of IP still that they just don't use.
Right.
One of them being one of my favorite games, MechAssault.
Oh my gosh, a new MechAssault. I didn't even think of that. Yeah.
I feel like they're working on a new MechAssault.
That would be great.
That's an IP that one of the new, freshly grabbed developers that they've acquired can make.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
They've got developers now to make these games.
If they've got all these awesome people working with them, they got to be working on something.
And I also feel like they're going to announce new acquisitions as well. Basically, like developers that they're bringing to first party.
Yeah, okay.
They're going to talk about that some more too. I guarantee you they got a couple more in works.
Yeah.
Now, bear with me here. All right. One developer that I feel like they're going to acquire, which would be pretty big for them. It's not a big game. It's not a big game, okay? But it's a decent sized game. And they just split with a certain Square Enix. IO Interactive.
Yeah.
I feel like they're going to acquire them.
They're up for grabs.
They're up for grabs.
Could happen, yeah.
But no, yeah, I feel like they're going to talk about different new IPs and stuff like that, especially going into what they're going to probably talk about at length at the end, which is their new console. This is their time to talk about their new console.
Yeah.
Now, the rumor is that they got two different versions. They got a streamable cheap version, not the sad edition. This is going to be better than the sad edition. It's going to be better. That's all I want to say about that. And then they got like the X version of their new console, which is, full on, all the gritty parts and stuff like that.
All 816K
Now,
SSD.
Anybody want to guess what they're going to name this console?
Oh my gosh.
Because their naming conventions are all over the place.
It's hilarious. It's going to be Project something.
The Xbox One 2.
I feel like it's just going to be called Xbox.
I was thinking that. I think they were just going to call it Xbox.
I feel like it's just going to be called Xbox because from here on to the end of days, it's a unified platform. And it's just going to be interchangeable, interchangeable systems, where like how the Xbox One X did. It's just going to be, oh, hey, you can get this new Xbox. And they're going to kind of steal from Nintendo, and it's going to be called the new Xbox when the new ones come out.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. I kind of predicted that they would just call it Xbox as well.
But yeah, Halo Infinite, I'm pretty sure they've already said that that's like an next gen game.
Did they?
Did they? I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure
know.
they did. I'm pretty sure they did.
I'd be sad if they did.
Halo Infinite. I'm pretty sure they said that was a next gen game.
Yeah.
I'm fairly confident.
That would suck though, because
No.
Lord knows I'm not going out and getting a new console right away at launch.
But here's the thing, though. Here's where I think they're going to be even more bold about it. All right. Yes, they're going to announce a new console, but any game is interchangeable. It's just going to be poo-poo graphics.
Yeah, poo-poo graphics. Poo-poo
But you can
garbage.
still play Halo Infinite on Xbox One. But it just won't look as beautiful like on the new Xbox.
I think I think Sony and Microsoft both said that they're not going to abandon PS4 and Xbox One like right away.
They all
But
say that.
They all say that.
They all
but
say
I
that.
feel like Xbox is going to do the thing where it's just, yeah, we'll support it. If you don't want to pay for it right away, well, that's fine. we have xCloud. We have this new console if you want to buy it. If not, that's cool. You can keep your X and you can play these new games for now. If you go out and you have a better internet connection, sure, you can stream it and it'll look even better. But, I mean, if you want the new and greatest, you can buy it.
Yeah.
That's kind of like how PlayStation did it, where it was the PlayStation and then the PlayStation 4K. And you could play both on the exact same thing. What? Oh. You could play both games. I mean, the same game on both systems. It's just some games like Horizon Zero Dawn, you could it had a 4K setting that just made it look better on the 4K.
Right, yeah. Gosh, I think that pretty much covers it for Xbox, which I'm sure they'll do something that we haven't even talked about. But let's move on.
Okay.
Let's move on. Let's move on to, even though they're not going to be there, we'll move on to Sony. So,
Okay.
See,
I
I
think-
didn't hear about them not being there.
They're not
did
there.
they
yeah,
give a
they're not
reason?
going to have stage presence. They're not going to do a whole. They're going to do kind of like what they have been doing. They've done like 2 or 3 of these. What is it called? The state of play.
But they've said that they're not going to be there at the week of E3.
Okay, like no booths or anything.
There's nothing there.
Okay, that's crazy.
There's nothing there.
That's crazy to think about.
yeah.
But
They've
did
said
they
this
give a
multiple
The
times.
first year they
They-
haven't been there.
They said that they don't have anything to show. They'll show whenever they show it.
They'll
Like they've been slowly leaking out the new PlayStation slightly.
Yeah, I think the state of play, they might hint at something. I don't
It's-
think they'll talk about their new console as much as Microsoft is going to talk about theirs.
Look, my issue with Sony, okay, is they're doing this, right? I feel like they're getting, I'm sorry to say this, they're getting cocky. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
It's cocky Sony all over.
Oh, yeah.
They've got a full head because they feel like they have won this generation.
They know that.
Yeah, they know this, so now
Yeah.
they feel like they can do whatever they want. Whatever they want.
They feel like they're
So they, you know what?
right now.
We don't need to be at E3. We're leading. We're just gonna put our hands up and just watch Microsoft and see what they do.
They're going to...
And you know what? Huh?
But they're losing. But they're not leading.
But they're not leading. They're losing ground.
They are
Big
losing
time.
ground.
Oh, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
But guess what? Sony doesn't care. Sony just feels like, whatever. Microsoft's going to do their thing, but guess what? We got our exclusives. Everybody's going to just buy our consoles because of our
just going
exclusives.
to ride on our exclusives.
And we're just going to ride on our exclusives. We don't
That's what
have to
they've
change.
been doing, I
Guess
feel
what?
like.
We have our own ecosystem and, all this stuff. So, yes, every developer is forcing them to do cross-play and cross-save. Heck, the Destiny 2 thing,
Yeah.
the cross-save stuff,
Yeah.
they didn't approve of that until the last minute, guys.
Yeah, they announced it like yesterday.
No, not just that. Yeah, down to the wire. During Google Stadia, when they were talking about cross-save and stuff like that, they had a little disclaimer that I didn't notice because I was watching this at work, but I watched it when I got home because I wanted to see more about this. It said pending Sony's approval still.
Really?
And it was
It was a small little
Yeah.
addition at the bottom of it.
Really?
It
Yes.
looked like they intentionally made it look like this is last second add-on.
Yeah. They
Okay.
They had to pressure Sony
Oh my gosh.
to approve this because then literally not even an hour later it was Bungie's turn to do their live stream
Yeah.
about their new expansion and they finally said we got word from Sony and it's cross save anywhere.
That's
They're still holding off on like some of these big developers which they let Call of Duty do it because yes, Call of Duty's big.
yeah, Call of Duty's huge.
But it's crazy that Call of Duty has crossplay now.
yeah, that's insane.
Like, I'm glad to actually go out and buy a Call of Duty game because they're supporting crossplay, honestly,
Yeah.
and they're actually bringing back
Is
single
that-
player stuff.
That's just their newest one, right?
Yeah, Modern Warfare.
Okay.
We're not even going to get into it. I can't.
Modern Warfare.
I can't.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Like, is it a reboot?
There wasn't a
or-
4. It's a
remake of the first game.
Yep.
It's a remake of the first game. They're rebooting it.
I just wanted to ask because I have a bunch of coworkers who play,
It actually looks pretty good.
one of the previous Call of Duty games on 2 different systems, so I was wondering if they were going to start playing together.
It actually looks really good. I'm actually surprised. But back to Sony. They've got a swell head. Even though, yes, I predicted, I'm being funny when I'm predicting that they're going to just show up, but I feel like at this point they need to. That's what I'm
They're
being
just gonna show
optimistic.
up on stage.
I'm being optimistic
Optimistic.
that they don't have a swell head, but I feel like they do.
Yeah.
Because if they do, then yeah, they're not going to be on stage. They're just, you know what? We don't need E3 anymore. We have the user base.
Which is sad almost, because what I would have liked to have seen is Kojima on stage just talking about Death Stranding.
Yeah, and that's not going to happen.
And it's not going to happen, unfortunately. We got the
It's
8-minute
crazy.
trailer.
It's crazy that it's coming out this year, though.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Makes me intrigued on how they did that. Yeah. Because it wasn't like 2 years ago. They were still trying to find an engine.
Yeah. Still don't know what this game's about, but it looks amazing.
No,
It's-
which game?
Death Stranding,
Stranding.
Kojima's new game. The Metal Gear Solid guy.
Okay.
But
I know who that is.
I'm hoping that they're not like the old Sony
Yeah.
where they're going to talk about their new console and it's going to be $600.
Knack 3, guys.
Well, you got to think the stuff they're putting in this console that's been leaked and stuff.
yeah.
They're putting a solid state drive in it to where it's cool, like the tech where it's sounding like they loaded up Spider-Man and it took
Like 0.8 seconds.
0.8 seconds versus the 30-second
load time.
load time. So it's like almost instant load times or
Which-
whatever, which is cool.
Which either console, load times are infuriating to me.
it is. It's gotten worse because everybody wants to do an open world game.
It's too much. It takes me
Most of them don't do it right either.
No.
it takes me a solid minute and 30 to
Don't even give
load
me-
into the Division.
Don't even get me started on Metro Exodus.
Oh, really? I never played it.
Oh.
I never got into it.
Division is horrible with their loading screens, no matter what you're doing.
Yeah.
But I don't want to just, crap all over Sony.
I will.
Okay. That's fair.
I love
mean-
the evolution that Webster has
Gone
from
through this
your
console generation.
from your addition to For the Chivo being the biggest Sony fanboy I've ever met.
That's how bad they've become.
And
Yeah,
oh
and
gosh,
I agree
kept
with
the
everything
camera
you
on
say.
there.
I agree with all of
And your switch from no pun intended. Your switch from being so far toward PlayStation to now being so far toward Xbox, and a willingness to crap on Sony, not just for the sheer fact of my enjoyment because I love it, but more for the fact that
It's fact.
no one's bought you. That's what I like. No one's bought you.
Yeah.
You're not sticking with Sony because you are a Sony fanboy and they can never do anything wrong. You are real because it's just the reality of the situation. Xbox is now better than PlayStation,
It's happening.
and they're dragging their feet.
Yep.
And that's what I like about you.
I keep it real.
Yeah.
I
real
respect when companies just keep stuff real.
Of
They're just,
course.
you know what? Yeah, Xbox sucked this generation coming out,
Yeah.
but they've been making it up,
Honestly, I only
and they've
had
been more consumer friendly.
Oh. I only had one kind of wish list item / prediction for PS4 or the next PlayStation is I want to see a return to Twisted freaking Metal.
that they got a TV show coming out.
Oh, that's right. That's all. If that's all they're doing, it's so upsetting.
Watch went off.
That is all they're doing. That's all they're doing. They're
That's all
making a
they're doing.
TV show.
But the only reason I say that is because I guess there's a rumor going around that they're going to put Sweet Tooth in Mortal Kombat.
Why?
I don't know. They put everybody, all those other deals. They put Alien. They put a xenomorph in the last Mortal Kombat.
I know they
put
did.
Shaggy.
No, they're
Shaggy?
not putting Shaggy. Shaggy is not. They've already
Shaggy
said.
DLC.
They've already said Shaggy's not going to be on there because it's stupid. Okay, I'm
Ultra
tired
Shaggy.
of this stupid meme
Ultra Shaggy.
about Ultra Shaggy.
I
And
don't
Shaggy
even
only using
understand where it
1%
came
of his
from.
power because of a stupid episode on the new Scooby Doo's where he like became like this crazy karate like hipster dude.
Oh, is that where it came from?
Yes, because he became like he just started beating people
I have to look
out
this
of
up
nowhere.
now.
It's like, oh, like I'm not afraid because I'm trapped in here with you. You should be afraid because you're trapped in here with me. And he starts beating these bikers up or something.
My favorite part about that, my favorite thing about that is after that meme had died, it came back like a month, 2 months later,
Yes.
and it said Shaggy used 2.6% of his power to bring back the meme
Yes.
because he can't be killed.
Can't be killed. This isn't even my final form. So yeah,
So much.
beyond that, I just don't have anything to add about Sony. I mean, we can't. They're not even going to be there. So
Yeah, and they're not going to talk about anything.
they already.
That's why I hope that they don't have a swell head and they're going to show up on the Microsoft
so that. Yeah, I mean they showed Death Stranding already, and a couple weeks ago they announced that The Last of Us Part 2 isn't coming out this year. It got delayed till like February.
that was a rumor, but they never said that it was coming out this year.
I
So I don't know why
feel-
people are upset about this. Honestly,
Yeah,
there
like,
was no way. There was no
way.
that this game was coming out this year.
I just
they
expected
just
that.
wrapped up the production of it.
Yeah, now they're fine tuning everything.
Yeah,
They're in
I'm
post
like-
right now.
Like, yeah, they're in post production right now, and it sounds like a movie because it kind of is. But like,
Yeah.
yeah, they just finished filming everything.
Yeah.
There's no way this game was coming out this year. So I don't know why when all these rumors started flying, like they delayed it till 2020. I'm like, they never announced it for 2019. So
That's
why
true.
are we saying they delayed it to 2020?
Yeah. Let's just
Sorry,
see
that
what-
rumor that rumor heats me up because I see like the taglines on it. I'm like, they
Yeah.
never said it was coming out this year. They never said any of these games are coming out this year. I can't believe Death Stranding's coming out this year.
I can't believe it's coming out this year either. I can't. But let's just put that. But they're not even going to be there. There's honestly not that much to talk about with them. So let's just move on to Nintendo.
Okay.
So I think the biggest rumor going around right now is obviously hardware. And I think a lot of the predictions, which is half of the people say no, that's probably not going to happen. The other half says it might.
They've
They're
already
going
said
to
they're
do.
not going to talk about hardware at E3.
They did say that, but people say things online.
No, I mean Nintendo said that.
What Nintendo did say that, but like all the predictions previously were a Switch Pro, which would be a bigger screen, or like a Switch Mini, which would be a less expensive Switch.
Let's go back to the Switch Pro though. The Switch Pro wasn't going to be just a bigger screen.
It was
It was
going to
be a better hardware.
It was gonna be like a
it was gonna
much
be
better
a
console.
beefier Switch console.
Yeah, which in turn they might need that if they're teaming up with everybody.
Well, that and then like okay, so Xbox and Sony are going to a next gen.
Yeah.
All right. Nintendo is still kind of like on their own thing. Yeah, Nintendo does their own thing. Yeah,
Nintendo
sure.
just cares about how
If we're
fun their
going-
games are, and
if
that's
we're
fine.
talk about the generations and stuff. If you look back, Nintendo is the one company that has stuck with each of their consoles the longest.
Mhm.
There was like what was it, 5 years I think before they went to their next console, when PlayStation and like Sony and Xbox, they're releasing a new one every year or two. So I wouldn't be surprised in the least that they don't go to a next generation console.
Well,
they would just improve on their current one. if
That's the
they
thing.
did
It's
anything.
not
Yeah.
going to be a next gen console. It's still going to be Switch.
Well, that's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
yeah,
Is
yeah.
I couldn't
Yeah,
even
I couldn't see them
talking about a next generation yet, considering the Switch just came out. I'd have to give them at least another 2 years before they consider talking about that.
Yeah.
But improving on the Switch like a Pro or something,
Right.
that I could see.
It's much better hardware, better better Joy-Cons.
Yes.
Oh, they really need to improve
They
on the
really need to do
Joy-Cons.
those.
maybe
Joy-Cons.
maybe like a new
Need some new thumbsticks.
new
would be
thumbsticks,
amazing.
maybe like a new Pro controller design, which
Look.
it's not bad.
Just go give me one of the Xbox controllers right there. That's that. Those thumbsticks. All right. Those thumbsticks.
Yeah, those are the best
I want
thumbsticks.
those thumbsticks.
They're the
on a
best.
Joy-Con.
Oh my gosh,
Yep.
yeah.
Give
yeah.
me those thumbsticks on a Joy-Con, and I'll be happy.
Yes.
I
Those
don't
are the
care
best.
about the buttons.
Hands
It's
down.
fine.
I
Hands
feel
down.
like the other issue is they need to like if they were going to come out with a better Switch, a couple of the things they could improve on are with the Joy-Cons is one, the joysticks, two, the reception between the system and the Joy-Cons when they're not connected.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because when it first came out, a lot of the biggest issue people were returning stuff for was the fact that the Joy-Cons Bluetooth would not connect to the system
Yep.
on a regular basis. And the battery life.
Yeah.
They do suck.
The battery life on the Joy-Cons themselves and then just the console itself when it's not in its stand are absolutely terrible. There's some guy who released a product that's basically like it's
Like
one
a
of those
battery
battery
pack. Yeah.
packs
I
for
thought
your
about
cell
buying
phone.
that.
It's actually a battery pack for the Switch.
Oh yeah.
That
I
instead
did
of
see that.
that one extends the battery life, it gives it a bigger battery, and two, how the Switch just has that one really flimsy little stand there that looks like it would break with a toothpick. It actually adds a full back one that looks like a big U that goes across the entire back and pulls out and it stands up.
Oh yeah.
I think that was the best thing, and that should have basically come on the Switch anyways.
Yeah.
Yep. Like, I don't care if it's bulky.
Or at least an official add-on.
Yeah.
Because for most, the system's okay as is.
You know,
Yeah.
this is just
But
this is
for
a
hardcore-
third-party app that some random guy came up with, and it's actually selling for a really good price. It's only like $60 or something for the entire thing. I've actually I have the website open at home on a tab because it's like I'm really considering buying that.
Are you a tab guy? Are you a guy that has like stupid
Yes,
amount
I
of
have a
tabs
lot of
open at
tabs.
all times? Like you have 800 gigs of RAM because otherwise your computer is gonna
Oh
like
my
crap on
goodness.
itself.
No, the most tabs I'll ever have open is like 15, and that's when I'm really working on something.
15 tabs.
I work with some people at work. 60
like-
tabs.
Oh.
Well,
On a
most of them
regular
is
basis.
because if I bookmark something, I always lose the
Close
bookmark and can't
things.
remember where I put it. So I'll leave the tab open, and then when I'm done with it, I'll just close it.
Yeah. So hardware. Now as far as games, I know they're going to talk about Animal Crossing. I know that's the one.
Clearly,
that-
they have to. It's
they-
coming out this year.
They have to talk about Animal Crossing. I want to hear about Animal Crossing. They'll probably announce DLC Fighter Pass 2 for Ultimate.
And it's available now.
It's available now.
That'll be another big switch they have on stage.
Which honestly, if they're gonna do, what did they do in this one? Like 4 characters in this?
I have no idea.
I don't remember.
I know the only 2 characters I know they've released since
It
the
was
game
4.
came out was I know there's Joker from Persona,
Right? Yeah.
and there's a Piranha Plant.
Piranha Plants.
But that
Um,
wasn't part of the.
No,
It
Piranha
wasn't
Plant
part of the
Fighter
Fighter
Pass.
Pass. It was
Joker,
just like
Joker was. But,
Joker was.
but
Honestly,
those are the only
I
2
don't-
characters I know about.
I don't even
I haven't
know
played it in a while.
who else they could.
Steve from Minecraft.
Right.
I could unfortunately really see that happening. I could really see that happening.
And it's going to be a Minecraft level for the.
Probably. Somebody said something really stupid on a prediction for a new DLC character, and as much as I hated it, it's probably true, but a Fortnite character.
Dante.
Oh.
Okay, final smash.
Oh my god.
No, Dante.
I can and can't see that happening.
They're doing the collection is coming to Switch. So it will
Yes.
be on a Nintendo console
That's true.
now. I feel like, because isn't that isn't that a rule or something like that? It has to be on a Nintendo console. I don't know that much about Smash games. For a fighter to be considered, it has to be on a Nintendo console.
There are third-party characters, like you can play as Bayonetta in Ultimate.
That's on.
The
Nintendo.
only one they've actually
that's true, it's
released
Nintendo exclusive.
is Joker. They haven't actually released any of the other
Yeah.
ones from the Fighter Pass yet.
That's true.
That's true.
What they normally do is they end up doing it anyway because they already have licensing with that, already have a relationship with them, so they just do it. They port a game over, or the other way around.
But see, and that's the thing.
It's
the
not
biggest
that
rumor
they
has
wait
been-
to do it. It's just
Excuse me.
it's easy to for it to happen at the same time because they're already having a
Then why?
active relationship with that company.
Why has there not been a freaking Persona 5 port on the Switch yet?
Why? I don't understand it. I don't
There's
know.
been so many rumors about it, and I'm tired of it.
Yeah, I
Because
don't understand
that would be
it.
the only time I'll actually play that stupid game.
And actually, like, maybe finish it.
I can almost guarantee you it's going to happen.
Like, that's the only
now
time.
now that Joker is in it, I bet you it's going to happen.
That was like the
This
introduction
needs
for
to
them.
be at E3.
I bet
It
you it
has
will
to.
be.
Like,
It probably will be.
I'm
One
tired.
game I'm kind of surprised they haven't ported over as well is the original Xenosaga that
Yeah.
they put out on the Wii.
The Xenoblade stuff.
The Xenoblade from Wii U. They put the first one
I
on
wanted
Wii U,
to play that game. Yeah.
and they put the second one on
They're
Switch. So I'm kind of
awesome.
surprised they haven't ported the first one over.
But there's also
Meow.
the rumor, the Cat Cam 2019.
We have,
About to take the
we have
chair.
a visitor.
Nope.
You going, Gusto? You be on the stream.
You gonna take the chair?
What do you think about Google Stadia and the effect on the gaming market? He
I
thinks
was waiting for a meow.
He really likes it.
He thinks it's perfect.
Come here,
so-
Jeff.
No, can't touch this. That's what it feels like making a pun from my perspective. You guys get to see it first person.
Just long
I
sides
lost my.
everywhere.
Okay, so back to what I was saying. There was also the rumor of another port. Jeff's still got the cat cam going.
Sorry, you're not nearly as cool. You can keep talking.
No, that's fine.
He's like, no, it's cat.
It's cat.
Gustav. Do you see yourself on the TV? He sees himself on the TV. He's
Who
like,
is
what's
this other
happening?
cat?
It's like what's happening here?
What's so important that you guys had to be hanging out? Okay, I'm done.
Anyways,
Okay.
there's a port that's gotten like leaked and rumored. The Witcher 3.
Oh, on the
Switch.
Switch. Everybody's talking about that
I
right
would
now.
not be surprised in the least.
That
I
would
would be.
Look, I'd be surprised because that would be an amazing technical feat.
I was just gonna say that.
Huge. That game is enormous.
That's a huge game.
I went through that entire game, and
I
I
still need to
can't
beat that game.
believe how much I didn't do.
That's the thing. I still need to beat that game because
oh
I
my
don't have
gosh.
time to play it.
so good.
But if it came to Switch, just like with Persona, I feel like I'd beat that game because I can literally just okay, let me play a little bit here now, or I'm about to go to bed, but no, let me play some Witcher real quick and whatnot, and be fine.
Yeah.
But no, that would be amazing if they did that on the Switch.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's one of the biggest rumors right now is that game's going to be announced during their direct.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, Persona 5 needs to happen. Just saying.
Those, and then I know I hate bringing this up, but Nintendo's the only company I will allow this, but remakes and remasters. It's already almost been all but predicted and rumored. They're going to bring Skyward Sword and Twilight Princess to Switch.
They better.
It's probably going
They're
to happen.
bringing Link's Awakening to Switch.
Link's Awakening remaster. It looks great.
That's the one I'm waiting on. I don't care about the other two on Switch.
And as
They
much
already look
as
good as it is.
yeah, and as
I want
much
Link's
as
Awakening.
yeah, Link's Awakening looks awesome, and as
It's not gonna happen this year. It's not
You
gonna
don't
happen
think
this
so?
year.
There's too many Zelda games.
Yep,
coming out.
they're going to do it. I bet you they are.
They
But I
probably
bet
will.
you they're not going to wait until the next one comes out. The next
true.
The next
The next
Switch.
Yeah, and I think they had come out and said that they're working on like a new Zelda game, but I don't.
It's a new 3D Zelda game.
Yeah.
It's like a sequel to Breath of the Wild.
Same engine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same engine
Wild.
of Breath of the Wild.
Yeah,
But that's weird because there's been rumors about like they're gonna announce like they would not announce another Zelda game because they've got Link's Awakening and they got that spin-off game like Cadence of Hyrule.
Oh, Cadence of Hyrule,
Yeah,
which
I mean I know it's not
not-
a Zelda game, but it's still
It's
a
not.
Zelda game.
It's a crossover. It's not a
But it's-
Nintendo IP. It's not being developed by Nintendo.
I know it's basically like the Rabbids Mario game.
yeah,
But they're gonna promote it like it's still a Nintendo property because it's still
Sure.
Nintendo like characters.
um,
So they wouldn't like flood the message with yet another Zelda.
so beyond Zelda, I actually had an interesting prediction that I haven't seen anybody talk about. But do you remember on? I think the last one did come out with one for 3DS, which I never played. The Mario and Luigi games that are like turn-based RPGs. Mario and Luigi, you don't remember those games?
I remember I wasn't
Vaguely,
a big Nintendo
that's
person.
true. You remember those games, right? The Mario and Luigi
I
series.
don't know the ones like RPG,
I
but I,
didn't like
remember
'em.
the.
I
They
know
were
about 'em.
okay, but I predict that they might do one for Switch. I know there was enough of a fan base for those games. I feel like they might announce one of those games.
I do think it might be an RPG if they do that
Yeah.
because it was a big fan base.
And I highly doubt we might get like information on the state of Metroid Prime 4.
Oh, we're getting a trilogy.
That's what I wanted to say. Trilogy. They're
gonna
gonna
give
bring
us
the
a
Prime
trilogy.
trilogy. They're gonna bring the Prime trilogy.
And it's going to be
Switch
available today.
And a new Star Fox game.
I'm serious though, it's going to be today.
As long as the new Star Fox game isn't like the
Well-
last one.
No, they are definitely like look, okay. Yeah, I'm not a big Nintendo person. Everybody knows that. But I will speak facts, okay? They are working they have to have a Star Fox game.
They have
Retro or whatever, the studio that works on it or whatever
Yeah,
that is now
Retro
working
Studios.
on
Metroid.
the Metroid Prime.
Mhm.
They were working on a game for a long time.
Oh, they were.
They
got
there
their
was a-
hands full right
well,
now.
because the last game was the Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze game.
Yeah.
And then what game were they working on since then?
Yeah.
That was a long time of just what they weren't sitting on their hands.
Yeah.
They were working on something. So yeah, I believe in this Star Fox rumor. They're
for sure.
gonna talk about something about a Star Fox game.
Yeah.
I just don't want it to be like the Star Fox game where you have like the little jet that you pull all the parts off of. I want a real Star Fox.
That's Starlink.
That was Starlink.
That
That was
was
actually
also
pretty
a
fun.
crossover.
Look,
game. I know, and
I
I
will
don't want
defend-
another one of those.
I will
I
defend
want
that
it to be
game.
like one
You
of the
didn't-
older Star Fox
you didn't
games.
need to play
Rude.
with boys.
He was talking.
I'm just saying you didn't.
What did you say, sir?
I want it to be like one of the old Star Fox games. Like Star Fox 64 was a great game.
Yes. Yeah. Well, they did remaster and put it on a 3DS though, so I don't see them doing that.
No, that's not quite the same though.
I agree. It's not the same, but
I
I've
want a
never
game-
seen Nintendo remaster a game twice.
No, I just
That's
want them
true.
to
They
go
don't-
back to
They
that
don't.
type
They
of
always
Star
move
Fox
forward.
game.
Agreed.
I
That I
don't
agree entirely
want
with.
another game like Starlink, even if it was a crossover and not really a Star Fox game. I don't want them to go in that direction.
You know what? Zero would have been a great game if it wasn't for motion controls. It
Tell
was
me
a
about it.
decent game.
It was. Motion controls is just. We'll get a release date for We'll get a release date for Bananas.
Alright, guys, we got
Confirmed Banana and Doom Raider
Doom
for
Raider.
coming to E3.
We won't get a
Um,
Bayonetta release date. They're gonna be
You don't
talking
think
about.
so?
They're gonna be talking about their Astral Chain game.
Yeah.
That's also platinum.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm sure they'll talk
That's
about
probably not
Bayonetta
coming
3 a
out
little
next
bit.
year.
Early
I don't
next
think
year.
so. I don't think they will.
Early next year. You know what? Never mind. It's Nintendo. It's coming out in like 2021.
No, it's coming out in 2020, but they're not going to talk about it because it's not coming out this year.
Um, But other than that, I think they want to bring I think they want to start bringing other franchises to Switch. I think that's the main thing with the Switch right now.
third party.
Their third parties are just skyrocketing.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's just going to keep going.
yeah,
Mass Effect trilogy.
Oh my gosh! Don't toy with my heart like that. I would love the Mass Effect trilogy on
You heard it here
Switch.
first.
I'd buy it.
I'd buy it.
But
too.
do you really think EA would agree to any of that?
Yeah.
You really think so?
They need some. They need some good graces with the Mass Effect franchise. Why not? Why not release it? Why not release the good Mass Effect?
I know. I'm just
on a console that didn't play the bad one.
I've almost completely written them off. Like, I just want them to come out on stage this year and just apologize about everything.
Let me just point out, I thought Andromeda was okay.
It was
After the updates.
the gameplay itself was like refined and good. Everything
After
else
the
was garbage. I didn't play it after the updates.
I played it
Unfortunately.
after the updates. It was pretty good.
So, so yeah, more franchises coming to Switch. Hardware, honestly, beyond that, who knows? Nintendo always does something but there's one more thing. Here you go. So
What do you think their one more thing's going to be?
Ocarina of Time. No, it's impossible. They're not doing it. That's Ocarina of Time on the Switch or remastering is almost to the extent of Half-Life 3. It's not happening. I don't see it happening.
Why though? Why
It would be it would sell millions in a day, but
They never remastered the original one, did they?
What do you
didn't they
mean?
do it for the 3DS?
They remastered Ocarina of Time for the 3DS.
yeah, for 3DS and it was really good.
It was actually really good. I never finished it.
But
I wonder
people
for a
don't
console.
Yeah, exactly. But
Everybody wants it for console.
It's been asked for a long time. Nintendo will not
Nintendo
confirm
doesn't
that
give
as I-
yeah.
people things that they want.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Sometimes.
Just sometimes.
Yeah, they're
But 4 years later, then everybody wanted it. To the point where it's we don't even care about
We
this
don't
anymore.
care
Now,
about this anymore.
one thing I'm going to bring up about Nintendo real quick is that one thing I am happy they are doing is that instead of continuing having two different basically consoles where they have the Game Boy and the Switch, they are now changing everything to the Switch.
yeah.
Even their big handheld game, Pokemon, their
It's gonna
next
be-
one
oh,
is
man.
a
Yes.
Switch exclusive
Didn't
game.
even mention that. It looks so good.
It does look really good.
It's just for the Switch. They're not putting it out on 3DS. They're not coming out with a new Game Boy.
Right.
They are just having Switch games now
Right.
because that is their new handheld.
That is their new handheld / console.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. They put it all into one.
Yeah. That was genius. Pokemon.
I mean, that's literally the trailer they showed off a few days ago is yep, that's the game we've all been wanting.
Look,
I loved
look,
that trailer.
That's what I wanted,
Please don't go back to Pokemon Go.
but they can go further.
Oh yeah.
I feel like we got a half step. It was still what I wanted, but they didn't go all in. They made it open world, but in one section.
See, that's the thing, though. I'm
I feel like I'm hoping that one section is huge.
Like Final
I'm
Fantasy
just-
13.
The thing
Remember that?
I'm glad about is the fact that they didn't continue with the stupid train of thought of Pokemon Go Eevee and Go
Oh
Pikachu.
yes,
You don't even battle in that.
yes.
When
No.
you run into a wild Pokemon, you
just throw the
wind up
Pokeball.
the little Pokeball and you toss it in
That's
the
the
circle.
thing. I
want to fight.
yes.
That,
That was the one thing that just bored me with that game. I liked being back in the Kanto region, but man, was just not being able to fight the Pokemon.
Right.
if
It
this
ruined
new
it.
one had been like that,
Yes.
I would have been
I would
done
be really
with it.
upset.
And
I would have just been done.
I'm sure they're gonna have motion controls. I just don't want it to be only motion controls. Let us have that option. That's fine, but let me use a pro controller.
See, that's
pretty
the thing. I could see them going with when you are going to capture the guy, maybe they
kinda
add
doing it.
in the option
Right.
of if you want to try the circle thing with the Joy-Cons
Get a perfect throw.
and get a
I never
perfect throw,
used
maybe
that.
it would increase your chances of catching it or something like that.
Breath of the Wild handled that the perfect way,
Oh,
if you
it
ask
did.
me.
That was great.
Except for those two shrines where you had to use motion control. There was no other way to beat it. Everything that has to do with motion controls in Breath of the Wild is optional, but you want to use it.
Yeah,
Right,
exactly.
because they did it well.
Yes.
My one problem with it was the archery.
Really?
I loved it.
enjoyed it with
that was
the-
my
the
favorite
motion
part of the
control. It
motion
was-
control.
No, it was great if you used the motion control.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, a couple times I didn't have the option of using the motion controls because I was in a space that didn't allow that much arm movement without being
Okay.
awkward
Okay,
and
that makes
smacking
more
somebody in the
sense, yeah.
face.
Well, then it's like no other, literally any other game. That's what it's pretty much just like a first-person shooter at that point.
Well,
You're
that's
still
the thing,
using-
though. If you're using the controls when you're trying to do archery in that game,
It's hard.
unfortunately, it also picks up the motion.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to say, if
Then
you're-
you have to turn it off.
I know, but sometimes you can't do that right away or anything like that. It
Yeah,
was too sensitive sometimes. Like
I agree with that. If
Yeah, it
you're
was
using
just-
motion and thumbs.
I use the motion controls every chance I got, except for then I took it with me and didn't think about it turning it off. So I was trying to aim at do a fight where I needed to use the bow and arrow. I didn't have the option for motion controls, didn't think of turning them off, and I tried to aim, but so I would aim here, but the motion control would end up with me aiming over here. So I just think that needed a little bit of work because it was too sensitive. It picked up everything way too much.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm sure they'll refine that with new hardware. So,
I don't know what
it's
that
going to be
was.
10 minutes.
I can't remember.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, but Nintendo always does it. They usually have like the shortest show, so I figure
Yeah,
they're
they
gonna.
usually have some of the best releases.
Yeah,
They
they're
do.
probably going to allot the most of their show. Well, I don't want to say most of their show to Animal Crossing because it's not Smash. So
But Smash is out.
I'm guessing their two highlights are going to be Pokemon and Animal Crossing.
Definitely gonna be Pokemon.
yeah, they'll talk more about. They'll probably show off a bunch of new Pokemon because that new.
I'm
fluffy-
excited for this open world Pokemon.
It looks great. Plus,
You free roam the camera.
and the online and playing with your friends and
Yeah,
stuff too.
it looks like the best Pokemon released
Like-
in a long time.
Like it's combining the Pokemon
I actually
Go.
didn't like some of their older ones because they just repeat. They just
just- yep.
reused everything from the
Just
previous
reskins.
ones, and here's a new area to do it in.
Mhm.
There's
Sun and
nothing
Moon
new to
was
that.
See, I never got
Sun
to
and-
play those.
Sun and Moon
They were
were
good.
okay. I didn't actually play those, but from what I've seen, those were okay. But Black and White and Black and White 2. It's
Black
just
and White 2, that
okay,
was stupid.
Here's half the Pokemon from the first generation and half the Pokemon from the second generation, and here's a new area to fight them in.
That's basically what happened. X and Y is when they started really kind of going places
Yeah.
with the series. So, and I just want to. Okay, so moving on. We don't have too much more time. I just want to kind of briefly gloss over the other people.
Taking a shot of my jelly beans.
Dem jelly beans dough. This is a new ASMR video. This is happening.
Stop.
Just the yes, the gummies. So yeah,
Whose hand was that? I don't know. You were saying?
Jelly beans are good. All of it, just all of it. Oh, Bethesda. Todd Howard's gonna come out on stage, and he's gonna be like, "We're sorry, we messed up. I guess nobody liked that game." He's not gonna say anything like that. He's just gonna be like, "I'm Todd Howard. You forgive me, right?" That's what it's gonna be like. Everybody's getting their canvas bags finally. It only took 6 months for people to get their canvas bags. He's gonna toss them out at the show on stage, you get a canvas bag. You get a
What canvas bags?
It's a whole fiasco with the collector's edition of Fallout 76, and nobody
Oh.
got the canvas bags, and whatever.
That game was garbage.
So, like, what I would like is for him to come out on stage and like apologize to people and then announce something new.
Sorry for making a garbage game.
Oh my god,
Please
it's a
forgive me and buy
dumpster
my-
fire. It's terrible.
And please buy my products.
Please. I don't know what else they could do, honestly. I mean, we got like JPEGs for Elder Scrolls 6 and Starfield last year.
They're coming out next gen.
They're going to be next. They'll say that they'll probably say that they're going
They're
to be
not
next
gonna
gen
talk
games.
They're
about
still
them.
working on
They're not
ESO
gonna-
right now. We'll get
Well,
the
they
next
got
Elder Scrolls later.
they got Doom Eternal that they're going to talk about.
I cannot wait for Doom Eternal.
They got let's see,
Doom Eternal on Switch.
it's probably, I mean Doom,
Doom came out
Doom
for Switch.
came out on
and
Switch,
it's
and it was
great on Switch.
decent.
Yeah.
it was weird.
Doom was one heck of a game.
Other than gosh, I don't know what Bethesda could possibly talk about this year. Honestly,
Other than apologizing, not much.
it's just going to be like we're sorry.
Fallout 5.
Oh my
Their
gosh.
entire segment is going to be them trying to make up to all of their fan base.
No, it's going to be okay. Make up some Elder Scrolls Online stuff, some more Elder Scrolls Online stuff, a new card game that we don't care
Oh
about,
my gosh.
another new card game
You're
that we
like
don't
making
care
me
about,
angry right now.
But you know it's
Dishonored
true.
card game,
Oh my gosh.
a Doom card game.
Oh, new Dishonored, maybe.
I said card game.
I know. Shh.
They're not
Stop
making
it.
another Dishonored game. It's going to be a card game
Stop
now.
it.
Praise card game.
Just card games for
Just
everything.
card game.
They
You get a
have.
card game. You get a card game.
A brief 10-second apology from somebody other than the head of the company because he's too big to admit it.
It's going to be like some random like
It's going to be a
Low-level
pre-recorded.
chick.
It's going to be a pre-recorded video from like Bethesda Studios because they're like way
No,
too afraid to
when
get booed off stage.
Somebody digitally made like video edited just a bunch of clips of him apologizing.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I've just
Apology compilation.
Yeah, no, it's an apology compilation of just different clips because there's no point where he says I'm sorry. So they take I'm from this video,
Oh.
sorry from this
Yeah.
video, really from this video, and they just stick it all together and play it on the big screen.
I'm really sorry. He's in different. How did you get in different places?
Yeah, yeah. Honestly,
But like, what else can they do? Like,
they're like.
I don't know why they're having a conference.
I
This
don't
year.
know what they're doing.
There's nothing for them to really talk about.
Like they're gonna come out and be like Rage 2 DLC, and everybody's gonna be like, I don't care. Do you have something in mind?
Evil Within 3.
Oh, that's true. Third-party stuff that they
Evil
publish.
Within 3. Let's do this. Evil
I'm
Within
down
2 was
for that.
so good.
I'm down for that.
And they tease for a sequel.
Mm-hmm.
It's been enough time.
New Prey, maybe.
No.
Okay.
They're doing like DLC stuff, and I don't think it sold that well.
No, that's true. Gosh, what else does Bethesda do? Not much.
Not much.
All those card games.
This card game.
Those are happening. Card games and apologies for Bethesda. EA, I don't care.
EA's already
Bethesda
went.
edition Cards Against Humanity.
EA is going to apologize for Anthem, and they're
No,
going to show.
they're not.
No, they're
EA
not.
already went. EA went today. They didn't do anything for
Oh,
Anthem.
really?
They didn't talk about Anthem.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's so terrible.
Well, no, I'm not.
Anthem-
I don't want to talk about this.
I was so
we'll
excited.
We'll go over if we talk about Anthem right now.
Yeah, I'm not getting it. I didn't even play
All
it.
I'm gonna
I did.
say, all I'm gonna say
I'm
is
very
when they
sad.
first put out the original trailer and release of Anthem, I was so excited, and then I saw actual gameplay.
That
and
was-
it's just like, no, I don't want
The-
anything to do with that.
Don't
That's-
do it.
No,
Don't
let's
do
not
it.
talk about it because I'm going to talk. I'm
Rant.
part. I'll just say my stance on this game. Okay.
Okay.
I part defend it, part hate it. Hate it. But I
I just
defend
felt
it.
like it started here and then went down this way.
They abandoned the game. They didn't do anything with it.
Yeah. Well, all they
There was-
did was they took two other games and smashed them
I'm gonna
together.
cry.
It's okay. It's okay.
It was a good idea, but EA decided no. Just EA decided, hey, guess what? You're gonna make an online game, BioWare. with our crappy Frostbite engine that clearly you don't know how to use. Mass Effect Andromeda.
Oh my gosh.
And you're gonna take your RPG that you were going to make and you're making it into an online game.
I want to take Webster's face just a second ago and just put the because we just make that a GIF. Just
All I know is, for me, all Anthem ended up looking like, contrary to its initial release video, is like they took Warframe and Destiny, put them in a trash compactor, and hit go.
Look, from the outside, okay, all I will say this, from the outside, yes, it looks like trash. Playing it and how the flying, it felt great to play. The game felt great. However, there's nothing to play. That's the problem.
It's just a barren wasteland.
It's barren. There's nothing to do. There's an online, like a free mode component that's just non-existent. And the story is just not there. It's very discombobulated.
I watched part of the story, and it literally made me question whether or not I was looking at a new game or if I was watching Destiny.
Like they disconjointed the game. You do this online stuff, you go and do stuff, and then you got to go back to the tower, and then that's when it's like first person and you're talking to people.
Destiny.
But that's the thing, though. Like it was reverse Destiny. Because it was a third-person game that turned into a first-person game. Destiny's a first-person game that turns into a third-person game.
I just feel like
Exactly. I know I'm not wrong.
the tower is Destiny, and the fighting is Warframe, and there's a little bit of mixing in between.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anyways, we've got to wrap up here. You do the outro. I'm heated about Anthem right now.
I'm sure there's other stuff we could talk about. So tomorrow we'll see what all we said may or may not be true at the Xbox briefing tomorrow. And then
Splinter Cell.
Make it
It's
happen.
happening, boy.
Make it happen. And then Monday we've got Nintendo. Is Nintendo Monday? Tuesday. Monday is Ubisoft. And then so on and so forth. But yeah.
And Square Enix.
Which I'm excited for them. So yeah, I mean, let's see what we said may or may not come true.
Look, I know to finish this off, I know we threw a lot.
We did.
We threw a lot of predictions
There's
out here.
still more we could talk about, obviously.
And there's clearly still more. But guess what? Whatever comes true tomorrow, just know you heard it here first. And I hope that you guys have a fantastic day.
Or night.
Or night.
A month.
I was talking about Kaz because it's going to be during the day for him. So he's watching this daytime. I was thinking about you, Kaz, even though you weren't in here. You stuck me up, so.
You punk.
You little punk. All right. Well, I'm Killer Fox. That's MattyC. And that is Orailith.
Got it. Nailed it.
I nailed it. Woo!
You still said it wrong.
I know I did.
All right, guys. That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
For
Hope
the
you guys
Chivo.
enjoyed this. This is for the Chivo, and we got
Shaky cam.
we got shaky
Close up.
cam,
Shaky
Jeff.
cam fight scenes, like Transformers fight scenes. Shaky cam.
But, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Our little taste of madness.
Yep.
And, like always, have a great one. Peace out.
Peace out, guys.
Bye.
Thanks for watching.